So ya da mo se se mo ti ni dwom kama se TV dia brain we nyina ka se onyame ya adoma meme de enemy 14th of December ye 9 lessons no dwumadie sonko a ye de bra mo atimi asere asua de ahia adofo na yetime didi ye ho eye enkomo onim sa afi bia no ye nti afi we no entwe ho emfrim de ma afi we kwa na dance no se adwomtofo dodo na eba nyina no me na me twero dwom no edema won battle revival kwa most of them nyina omotu nyina me na me twero Americans are from way back matura Perez music then saying na me call off intina me nya daje man but nyom one or two be there me kind of match eno baron me na a remix be for Christmas to the rap version no ana me fire nti obehu me in hip hop enye adwuma ketwa bibia yenim but ana eto ebo atinti ana passe music catch am say bia na eno baron de no mo pese me ti ho kire mo ansa na Saturday aba maybe at the tail end no me the me rap version e wo no and the better white balance so now we can move into action when you know personal ticket 50 Ghana cedi people 50 Ghana cedi e de kuma will start then you also be tightly e de amamo e wo eye bia mo ankasa mo ni beje sonko na matimi asepem ho kra gate bie enwumre nonum na show na start enwumre no so pepepe ka hunu se oba be kan ho na sa dwumedi etimi akoso kama kuma would start so that jomudi dada unim de ombetimi aye obesere ase de oni hodi nyina wona aso ase se emfasa dwumedi sonko kase we mre wono city blood tonic ya damase drew papa Samson Franco Trade Enterprise phone papa fee 3p garlic mixture so naturally organic and have a core mixture a drew a young one juma bigo a refreshing moment agro mountains so do say me be a fakua yon bia no o the dan ma only how Adom City real estate and a dying o mama netima obia ho aheha no utimi nya dan na o se frofira a large vision herbal clinic or eye doctor no surgery but woni no obesisi kama de amawo na fe me dima for herbal hospital so or you dima for a bra sabre o wa ho yehia yade dokoro ede atoho Tomorrow if it is Saturday 5 p.m. show starts at 7 p.m. 50 Ghana cedi ubetimi so ato tickets here on star 714 star 003 star 714 star 003 hash na all networks no etimi ato mama sense should be 50 Ghana cedi ticket no star 714 star 003 star 3 hash na watimi atona watimi dia baba jiwani asre dioni hodi nyina ama bibia akọ kama ede amawo ya shase edi nkomo eno ada shase kuwura eye ndc akache era Victor Smith ebebo ne nkomo wa hanum kama ambassador Victor Smith ebebo ne nkomo wa hanum say saansu na ni era Dr. Haji Mahmoud Baumia na ni Aide one ne koba di about to the onim inside out because nyoma wo hu ne de wate ne de akoso yi ebetimi ebusa ama bibia ko but before I introduce you no just in says that the regional director Electoral Commission Greater Accra report on the incidents of violent attacks by NDC officials and attacks on EC officials leading to truncation of collation and eventual false declaration of Tema Central parliamentary results. I write to officially report on the incidents of violent attacks on Electoral Commission staff leading to the truncation of parliamentary collation at Tema Central constituency and the eventual false declaration of the uncompleted results. In the process of collating the 148 polling station results, the NDC agents flagged about 12 polling station results. These were set aside for collation to continue. The flag results were then revisited and resolved, remaining only the last 3. The 3 polling station results in contention were PS code C231707, C231309B, and C231808. The NDC agents and their party leadership and supporters insisted that we should set aside the results of the 3 polling stations because they were not signed by the presiding officer and declared their candidate Aide Bright as the winner. We, however, disagreed with them and insisted that once the individual results were the same, we will add them and declare the results. We added C231808 and it was left with 2 polling stations. At this point, they started threatening me and my staff that we should not add. In fact, Roxanne Damafiakpo kept threatening me through the coalition anytime he quoted the law, and I disagreed with him. I kept insisting that if they had any issues, then they should seek redress from the appropriate courts after declaration. They, however, said they will not wait and seek redress in any court anywhere, and that I should set aside the 3 other polling station results and declare their candidate as winner. One of their national executives by name Basintali started inciting their supporters who had massed up and invaded the coalition center with chanting and revolutionary songs. At this juncture, I said if they were not going to allow me to add the rest, then I was stopping the coalition and refer it to my superiors. This did not go down well with them. Then Basintali came up to me, heckled me, and held my hand that I should declare their candidate the winner by force. I managed to release myself out of his hands as some of his supporters were about to pounce on me. The police then quickly whisked me into one of their offices. Some of my officers and our materials were also secured into the into the office. The NDC supporters who had massed up at the regional police command then started attacking the police to force themselves into the room where I was kept to deal with me. The police decided to dress me up in the police attire to disguise me and escape through a window at the back, but their supporters were gathered at the back too, so they had to bring me back into the inner room where I was being kept. In the course of time, the regional police commander made me to speak to the chairperson and IGP, in which I explained the situation and my position. They decided that we truncate the process and refer it to the head office. After the call, the regional commander asked me to come out of the inner room where I was kept into the outer room and inform the few people inside about the decision of the commission. Present among the NDC leadership inside the room were Hanabisiu, Roxanne Dafiamakpo, and Basintali. When I told them that the chairperson has asked that we should truncate the process and refer it to the head office for resolution, they said if Jane Mensah is supporting me not to declare, then they are going all out to tell their supporters, and we will see what happens. After they went out to their supporters outside, the agitations and tensions escalated to the extent that they attacked the police at the entrance of the room and destroyed the glass door. Some also threw objects towards the room, leading to the breaking down of some glasses and windows. All these attempts and attacks were aimed at me because I had failed to grant them their illegal wish. They were chanting and threatening outside that they were not going to leave unless I came out to declare their candidate as winner. As the situation degenerated, things were getting out of control. It was at this juncture when one of the police commanders called Chief Superintendent Osman of Ashaman Divisional Police entered the room and advised that the situation was getting out of hands and that the NDC has called more of their supporters to come and attack us, and that if I don't declare now, their Irish supporters and thugs may overpower the police. It was therefore better for me to declare the results so that our lives will be secure and safe. At this point, I was so terrified and traumatized that I told my colleague officer for Tema West, John Nuno, to tell my coalition officer to get the results and give to the returning officer, Kwasi Brobe, declare without the 2 polling stations. However, he could not locate the returning officer or his deputies. So I asked him to declare the results, and he declared Aide Bright of NDC winner with 18,539 votes against 18,421 votes obtained by Charles Forson of MPP. After the declaration, all their Irish supporters jubilated and left the premise at the Tema Regional Police Command, thereby de-escalating the tension. There are, however, two outstanding police stations results from C231309B and C231707, which, when added to the collated results, would change the outcome of the elections. It will make the MPP candidate Charles Forson the winner by 55 votes margin. I knew it was not right for me to do that, and that I should have at least referred the chairperson of the commission and the IGP through the regional police commander. I was, however, in serious distress and traumatized by the ongoing illegal demand. My life and that of my officials and that of even the police and media were at stake. I basically decided to choose life over legality. I am sorry, but I had to do that to save the situation and save lives. It is, however, my humble opinion that the declaration was illegal because it was not done by the returning officer for the Tema Central, Kwesi Brobe, who is the one issued with the writ of election and therefore authorized to declare parliamentary results for Tema Central. The writ of election as well as the Form 1C and 1D have all not been filled. And it goes on, and signed by the returning officer. It was also declared under duress, coercion, and threats of death. I therefore prayed the commission to nullify the results declaration. Please kindly find attached the video and attached videos and all those. The sign of Ofosuhene Asante Manase, Tema Metro Electoral Officer, and Ode Nesashe Krata Weyasin Ode Aba. On that note, Kofi Tonto, Aide, to our Vice President and their flag bearer, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Ohoye.
Adom
Party, what is saying?
Oh, I think say party ni ejina na so. No kwasem e wo ne say party man dodo na aboto. Me sorry anopa messages bebre eneba. Nanso mu bi nso omumom na ehye nkran. In fact, one message amenya anopa yi o shame nkran say esom ne adwumaden a yeye no a yenya so aketua no nyame nim de nti a oyesa na me nkranhyesem kese na so free Yura Mahmoud Bawumia ho hwe oman obi a waye adwuma so say. In fact, in our political history wadi amanyosem achiache menyi ni se wahu Frank Tunia waye campaign te said the Yura Mahmoud Bawumia ye campaign se bi wo ho aka kire me ye de mo friend e bia na ni but me de me de mani ehu de me de maso ate ne de me ankasa makenkan no Flagbearer bi enu ho waye campaign esene Mahmoud Bawumia ntin kaye pe obi a eso nya bambuo no kese pa nka ban na wato ba ha anka ono ni nipa odikan nanso kwasi ada no anopa me midru ne ho be se no nso ne fa ye koye wa dware awie abetena si hia nkofo wa nigie mu no odomu no aka se mo mfrɛ me nua mahama mame na me mo na ba so se oye nkunibifo all ba from no ode no an speech a watro bibia aba na kuma mu the way I feel enti utie speech na o maaye na ono an tro na de na ohwe nsem a wo mu a enya me wanwa se aman ahoro mpanyimfo ne mpanyimfo ahoro te se Yura Ibin Chambers mu nyina ba abonten abeka se ade a Yura Mahmoud Bawumia ye no e ade a omunhunu bi da. In fact, John Dramani Mahama mpo a sebe ono ne kwa akansie no ono wampo gitum se Yura Mahmoud Bawumia akire se mpa oye statesman enti ono na nanka ye nyina ye hwe se obeto ba ha nanso wo hwe ahoden ne ahokeka odeso de te eye n'adwuma eye aniso efri adwuada no ebanye na menua enipa ba na eba so omo ba be hye ne nkran enipa ne ba so omo be hye ne nkran wi a ono ni mom na afi no ono no hye omo nkran wo hwe ne nsem a wo ka se nyame ne nim ne oye no de ama ne mba na ono no ofiri se nyame ama na anyo mampanyin na bia na nyame krakra ne de nasi na daache onim de Kristo wo de ma oman Ghana ne MPP enti Brafokasa say it reinvigorates my spirit ama my spirit no anya sabi ahoden foforo a me no mabamu muye me gidi say your niema bibre ne akwantu bibre wo yanimu a ebetimi anya so emfaso
I see so your party you know
okay
maybe better say editing come but on the surface how did you arrive at this point that even if you knew there was going to be a loss such magnitude?
Oh, I don't think so. Be Obeka say, say you beat me lose at this magnitude. Personally, na me meaning say there was some level of apathy. But na me nim say apathy no, a mood sir. In fact, on my so share a finish chassis. Free bears February March aircon. So ko Asante Mantemu titiriwa na ebufu ho pa. Omo ma hu se omo bu afu. Omo ma hu se omo bo nwo ne ma bi so. Na efi September bosumi no mu kon. Afi wo ko region ni mu na ayese ebufu no abafom. Enti emu bebre no to be honest na yensusuye mu no na efi se ebufu no abafom. Ba na ntisa enti se mitena ha ka se na minim the magnitude of it na me trufo. To be honest, I didn't know the magnitude of apathy na away party. We knew say apathy was.
Intelligence broke down or what? During the campaign, intelligence broke down.
No, it's not a case of
these regions were still not satisfied with the way things were happening in the party, or what happened? Because at least there should be signals.
You see, on my dear TN say, "Anunti na esi etnase, ne Mpensenpensenmu, ne hwedi esi ye ankasa." So wo hwe numbers na buy na. Yura Mahama nya 6.3 million ene kakra. Yura Mahama 2020 elections na ekoye no. Onya 6.2 million. It is a washa Yura Mahama increase in the vote no by just 100,000. 100,000 votes. Yeye nya 6.7 million. Me no ka say it still remains the highest number of popular votes a politician bi enya in the history of Ghana. Kufuado. Sanka yetimi nya sa 6.7 na anka ye defeati Mahama by 400,000 votes. But yeye tiba 4.6 million. It's a difference of about 2 million. So the question I'll be saying is, sa 2 million na yeye tiba from omo fahin. Omo tuma Mahama na. Omo tuma Cheddar na. Omo tuma Yura Alana na. Answer ni nyina akire se dabi. Omo anto ama obi bia. Na emu mabana nkasa no manye den. Omo anto. Because ka 2 million ne tuma Mahama. Ka Mahama be free 6.3 no akobe 8.3 or 7. Ka obehu say a good number of that population no ebe shifted to Mahama. But they didn't go to Mahama. And ka obehu say Yera Alanchematin enam almost 1 million votes or so. It didn't go. Yera Alanchematin crowd onya 30,000 votes. And ka obehu say Yera Cheddar ebe ko ebi a 1 million plus or so or also 84,000 votes. So what it tells you is say sa nipa 2 million na 2020 omo to aba maye no. Omo decide say omo to aba ma obia. So it's not like say Mahama message no convince omo. No.
But you cannot also conclude that any partner actually had that difference between your candidate and then that of the NDC, automatically and block. No, cannot also conclude like that.
You see, you can make a conclusion because so omunye nipa they could have taken a decision. But they didn't take a decision.
Yeah, we can look at those things how can they, but you cannot be emphatic that gap no I bet down no almost 80% of the people or man feelings that gap no for.
And I make sure so mine.
You are looking at figures.
Data nature
6.7, 6.5, 6.7,
4.6
and 4.6.
Yes.
There be 6.1 and then 4.6 as against the initial one. Another
no. Initial one was 6.7, 6.2.
Yes. That's 500,000 difference.
Yes. And away no Mahama ba 6.3. And a year tiba 4.6.
So there's in between about 2 million
about
or so.
2 million. So the question is Yera Mahama ye campaign. The campaign now ye no. Se nipa na wotoma MPP enra no. Se ompe MPP bi wan ko be take decision say ope Mahama ana ope Cheddar ana ope Alan. Me pa cho what you say.
But per your belief no.
It's not that my belief. Per the data says that they didn't take any decision. The decision they took was that and
a chunk of that figure was more.
Yes, because that shows it shifted. We have shown a shift. Look, my member example. Oko a year your friend is saying Adanse Asokwa. The Raketi Hammond say 2020 onya 18,000. Okay? This NDC nya 13,000. This election NDC nya 13,000. KT Hammond enya 13,000.
Okay, so no growth.
No growth.
Even if it's growth, you are
yeah, so it's not like I'm just looking at the top. Over the granular level, over from noa. Who's a trend, you know? Oko Kwabri Easter. Your vote declining significantly. About 40% decline in Kwabri East. One of our strongholds are only your votes. So as I'm not making, no, say be a bit me. No, the fact is that we check data now. Baby, I reduce yen strongholds. Now go to Obuasi East. You're declining by about 13 to 15,000 votes. NDC number and Obuasi East for the first time. NDC number and So what does it tell? So when you look at the trend analysis, your strongholds declining. Ketiam so no there. About 12 o'clock. And that's all move of you, or more general polling station, or munkoto almost or monto. So that tells you for a fact, say, any paduana anko tuaban decided, say, ye to my MPP 2020 there. Then so this time, yen to my MPP. Yen swa, yen to mobia.
So it comes back to the question. And
it comes back to apathy. Now me building the case on apathy.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
It means that one picking we tell the right. And now say, dear pa the money man solve this.
Oh man, I make sure say you see sometimes in politics. Adia what politics more say who say enipa betimi aka ne feelings ashel. Eduru baby a or the nwura ebe kata feelings no. E dangerous.
So the basket of apathy no.
The basket of apathy no you say multifaceted. One. Me omo Ashanti region me ne omo kasa nyina the first argument omo ye ne say mo promising interchanges mo antimi anya man enipa me ne omo kasa nyina about 90% argument omo ye de ne ye hwe say as mo stronghold mo be ya man no mo antimi anye amane nduru sa man oko TikTok utie videos are people from Ashanti region eka ni nyina besi se de na ye hwehwe no mo antimi anya amaye fa ba bi te se Kwabri East omo major issue kwan as of ye beto abaye amekọ hoyi afi na yetimi aye culvert ni ade a baby wa ha ya grade a afi na process ne the fact of the matter is ye antimi anwie adwuma na omo hwe ani mo se ye be den ye be ya mo but what you say so it tells you. Then there are issues of individual pain. I've read stories and Kofi Tonto na me pe dwuma me ko hu panyin wei wa amwa me na me pe wei me ko hu wei wa amwa me So apathy ni there a multifaceted.
But there's a school of thought I feel say in Ashanti region, for instance, Bribia Dano, there's always that suspicion that more we are banning na more party most of these boxes are na later more this time no? Because one of the things that the NDC invested in, you could see, is security and vigilance. They spent their time, money, everything at that key area, especially in Ashanti region. So the attitude from 92, 96, a year 2000, 2004, 2008, ABC and now you can say is that Ashanti region they be other and conforming we are a money be good. Into this time, mommy and say whether that is the reality or not.
Is it Bibia obey Biano? Look at the data, look at the trend. So we share 2020. The voter margin, and I say voter share, the unyaye in the total number of votes. 2016, you 76%. 2020, you 72.8%. Echira will say what declined by about 3 to 4%. Enipa ankotwaba 2020 no, na about 700,000 people. So it tells you say even in 2020 no, apathy no a unity, but Andrew degree na ye hwehwe no. Now you come to 2024. Enipa 3.4 million and a register in Ashanti region. Enipa 2 about Ashanti region was 2.1 million. Ye voter share no. Na esanke ye 1.7 plus, but this time ye about 1.3 plus. So we show Ashanti region NDC 600,000 now unya ye 2020 no. They got just about the same 600,000. The difference is about 10,000 votes.
10,000.
So it cannot be in Yemu. What did they make sure? It cannot be because say in Yemu, and you would have seen a higher share of the NDC. But your share remained at 10,000 per 10,000 per. So it tells you say, we won't be answer some amount. And your mind say mimi wiao. Okay, or anka edu. Na de bia mabewie enan, mabewie enum. Na afe wo de security abegina ho. Wo de anka du na na gu ho. Ana e bi kra say wo ye ne du no. Security ni nti wo si mentimi amewia wa. Me ba anya du no no ese mi ho. Me ba cho what the security now Mukano should have reflected in the number in their interest. It is also protecting abandon na de ye wo de ano. Wonsaka. Ada na 1 shoot 2 to 800,000. Ada na 1 shoot 2 to 900,000.
Because we are
we should see your real strength.
But maybe that's the real strength they show all of you.
No, that see the point is almost a real.
It is somebody shoot too.
Because
we are Bribia Dam over from.
And that's a shoot too. But the indicator shows that even as we are on a downward trend. Yeah, crano, you were downward trend. Tina me ma me do call 2016 say yeah was 76%. And you about 72.8%. And as I say, you about 65%.
Could it not be said that we are Muntino? What percentage no call? Even though people wouldn't go to vote. Even though people will not go to vote.
But my data doesn't. The data doesn't support the argument.
All those options.
No, my.
We are looking at those options. The option number one is that Mijidi say, Bribia da was antimantem no. Obome krono. And until I opeja umani musano. Ampa first analyst na chese. Say usime ball krono. As I say anka umano e peja ni mu. But antiman peja ni mu bia e bro so sa. Media no crowd e so ai den asa hwehwan abanachi. Say hwehwan no. Enye mu real size no. How do you conclude say?
Debbie. It's not our real size because what it tells you is that remember say the voter share has decreased. Meanwhile, the voter population is increasing. And if anything,
but don't forget the NDC has issues with this voter register. Know that some of the places bloat. I bloat if
they don't want the election anymore. Of course, how can it be bloated? They don't want the victory anymore.
Figures.
On my tea. 2020 crowd, the Ashanti region and they were the most population. They say Greater Accra Messiah. Greater Accra was 3.8, yeah, about 3.4. Who look at the census data, it trends because the last time I checked, if my memory serves me right, you see, say Greater Accra population, no, it be sign Ashanti region, naturally, Ashanti region, even though it's the second city, no, in terms of numbers, capital city, no. In terms of numbers, the Ashanti region has always been the most populous region. It is recently
Greater Accra
and Greater Accra. And so you see that for the first time, Ashanti region number of voters are lower than Greater Accra. Greater Accra was 3.8. And a year 3.4. So it trends positive. You see, Bibia who can be ano. And can it trace out? Look at all the various indicators. And it's also Ashanti region blue tier. Go and look at the statistics. Ashanti region was higher because we had the highest population. The moment Greater Accra had the highest population, no, Greater Accra now has the highest voter population. It tells you, say, it cannot be, say, you. But what is the mention? It doesn't make sense. Into a month, some no more can name ha. Maybe it's not a catcher say. You NDC for one some no more can name ha. Or my own catcher say, ya forensic audit na intimate to Aban. Forensic audit.
Okay, so if you look at the regional breakdown of registered voters, in the Greater Accra region, it was 3,765,000.
About 3.8, yes.
3,765,303.
Yes, about 3.8. You said
America. In Ashanti, 3,295,000.
Okay.
274.
Okay, so roughly below, a little below the 3.4.
Exactly. So and other regions will follow.
So even tell you say because of the population increase, Greater Accra boy is so saying 500,000.
Greater Accra would even if it's 3.3 and this is 3.7, it's around 400,000.
Yes. So what is the argument? It tells you that the moment a Greater Accra population a move up, no, or move voter population, no, so I think it should to up, which makes sense. It makes statistical sense. So it has nothing to do with anything. The air catcher and say party for say MPP.
Before you jump into your party conversation, we are just dealing with the matter of the presidential.
Sure.
So what happened to the parliamentary?
You know, parliamentary, I think there will be various reasons. Various reasons. One thing that is clear, and it's a Oshe baby to say Sunyane Sita. Oh my way is Sita Yawene for all this while. Sunyane East, Sunyane West. Yirabafwa and Yame Cheme. Sit. So,
but those are the seats. I'm General Secretary Becca Chomo, so we are no Montanasi, or more than no 10 gods are. They are not doing what the people wanted and all those things.
Okay, so why didn't you never my General Secretary Akasa?
But say,
Asama could be a kind.
Yeah, a chance. Mu intel no more money.
No. You're friend.
More friend. Here is a General Secretary who visited that region and was bold to put out that statement on social media that these two constituencies and even in the Bono region. They should sit up, but specifically on these two constituencies, Union East, Union West. More and yet, number two and number one. And then anytime, Ubeko Kromono, who clearly say, Muankasa supporters, Kronomana, Kasa, Margine, they are not attending.
You see, sometimes, and on Tina, say a recovery, no, your shas or my a nipa. Especially say nipa the yaw take a decision. It takes a very long time. Emma say yaw no e free ni mo. Ti emu say ho say e de yaw ne ma e ba Sunyane East Sunyane West a she ye party ma say there be. Ade amode aye ya.
Open display of disrespect and disregard and opulence.
We can
look at all areas are visible.
Okay.
For instance, in my region, I've always said that for instance, Miami Kurumangasa. Clearly, yes, I have absolutely not.
Yeah.
I said it that the guy was not performing. His human relationship with people was zero. And I said that either the NDC was going to add one, which was a CTV North. I didn't know they were going to sweep. And more targeting of Collins Dada and Eric Opokuno. It was difficult because if you study these people as politicians and what they do in the region and beyond the region, and it's difficult for the NPP to break into those two. And Mama could break it into Momodia. So that's what people say, an intelligence failure, or you guys ignored it and thought that you could take people.
It's not a case of intelligence failure, and yet a case of ignoring. A lot of these issues, I can say, Miami General Secretary identified some of them. But me catch you say, I told them you baby idea no akodru no. Ne kano kana. Enye easy.
Yaudie no.
Yaudie ni dru baby a. Omai, sometimes it takes years. Enti enunti na the recovery process must start now. Talk to people. Understand them.
So you agree then that you didn't pay much attention to Yaudie?
No, I'm not saying that we didn't pay much. I'm saying say chairman crack the chairman was there. General Secretary was there. It tells you say we paid attention. But on say adie bi wo ho a it drew a certain crescendo a it drew pomponso bi a ne kana ye kana. Enti eye abotre me I believe my General Secretary, my chairman, penyifo mo wo de so mo nyina ye de boa no. They would do their best.
Is it a case also that our exiting president now, I mean, at January 7, 2025, not the Juma Banewi, and the party leader, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, didn't listen to reasonable percentage of Ghanaians. And at certain point in time, some of the issues that popped up, you have your own vision. You are building the cathedral. Don't just mix it up with the national one. Okay, let us know the truth. Then tomorrow this, tomorrow that. Again, your brother has a challenge at the finance ministry. We are not saying Onyadie, Uninimdie, 23 ho, to the extent that about 80 or 90 MPs within your party, and other matters. Is it that a trickle from top and a Ebenya and so down in because you can't understand it.
Enunti who here say yetna se na ye post mortem. Because you see, se me betena ha ka se Akufo-Addo ye sei na ye sei nti na ye sei a wan hwe ya no mabu ntanchia e bia me nsusuye mu no saa na me hu no ba e bia wo bekofom no na e bia Akufo-Addo ma appointment wa ha a nanka o hwe se saa nkofukuo ne beye niema bi di aboa fom na e bia ankoba saa enu ntina you have to allow for forensic investigation into the issue. Go into deep details.
But sometimes, could you forgive me, academic answer is very good. These is things that you want to look into very clear is very good. But ordinarily, that most of the things that we pay attention to look into, no, we know some of the solutions. They say, Enye Papa, issues about illegal mining. Last tale, the labor unions, no matter how they organize, whether politically or genuinely, to do whatever they did, clearly was a mark of failure on the part of either the leader or individuals appointed to man the affairs of those things.
Those challenges, they may be part of the challenges a contributing to the overall apathy sustaining. But se mimi jina ha kachiro say eno ne content krontia e ma ye drew ha e bia na mabu ntanchia anti na make kachiro say ubusa me say apathy ne de na ba me say multifaceted. Me say from preliminary commentary ame mate no obi si say obi bi say I say na say e form na e validate those arguments. Sometimes can I direct questions sometimes and yet direct questions. Sometimes utimi to get proper data no utimi set up a group of people omwan kasa hono no omwan ho nipa apiki information in the hiding amount because I know the betimi authentic true feeling of the people because my me no tie so me betna wanim say me investigate too naturally you try to say things I will free say beboa But say me place you near be as a moody fufu na moody nkwana o kan wa oboso asema. I'll get better answers. That is the kind of work we have to do. It's not about even setting up a committee now. No. The committee can supervise the overall strategy. But they shouldn't be the ones even interviewing people. There should be a clear strategy that goes to the people in a covert manner to get the real details. Because on my say, banner say, why not? We'll put the data out. A banner say, Kofi Tonto, you will put the data out. But a beye intentia, some about na ma swa how ni nyina gu nipa ba kotiri so. Enu nti na yes adwuma so no. Ni ehu. The bottom line, what I can assure you is that some of us young people will stand up for the truth and the right thing to be done. Because you see, mabunu bebre a omutie me na no pay. Bebre akoma da party no so. They want to see the best for the party. If I tell you the number of young people or my message me say Kofi, yabutu. We've sacrificed our all for this party. And then I no pay bear about 7:30 a.m. Man back frame. What's it Kofi? My bet now maimu from Holland since 2016. I've been working for this party. Ninya BBN free. Today na me share ni mu ansan kankunim die beba. Near to me a pager party no edru baby a yenyina yakoma edaso ba amasa baba mabu e kwan ben e betimi afa so de aboa party
e kwan de bed because if you have party people or mujina voting centers omo ka say wa maisika yento maisika
kasa nhihye attentinene. Look, if the true document comes out na yetimi admit say party yemfum so ayeye ni party for ya jitum si enfunso ni o ye kan ni ye say kasa na hyase ne say obaji atum say why enfunso ana meboa. The party must come out after we have done that thorough work no. The party must come out, go to every constituency, organize small meetings and admit to the people at the grassroots level say aha na ye enfunso say ne person the party ne fa so. I am telling you say so when the party for ni dini ye was akwan no mu a the unity na ye hwehwe na beba because enko for the party no.
But you call some of the challenges on yourself.
Yes.
Especially if you look at era Meyao and era Baforua.
Okay.
If you look at
my to free that area into one episode.
No, if you look at those
areas.
If you look at those areas. If you look at those areas.
I've never said that. Me say
no, my thing goes for Honomusana.
Only will be a problem.
We are looking. I'm helping you because I'm from the region.
Okay.
I'm from the region. And the development of Mimi region. I cannot tell you because I catch who is it for my journalistic work.
Yeah.
If I'm discussing the region, Bono Hafo, I call it. For instance, Bono East,
Bono proper,
and then Hafo, Bronga Hafo. You know, my friend Stuttgart, Brekum, Wakoshim. Every Muslim, or dear Chris,
is a Lusu Brekum East, Brekum West, Doma East, Doma West. Yes,
because no shadi how the pattern should be in terms of voter relationship and studying the dynamics. But Edu baby on region, I think that the Brown Afro region, maybe we a James across a free man. Na Ebedu baby, I'm saying necessarily share gloves to crown Sanya Chiam.
You see, on my what I can tell you is that your regions be over. The work we have to do then, a better double or triple. Bono is one of them. Because all the indications show say you will deep challenges our Bono region. Indication in because baby can one offer the most seats. So what me Lusu Sunyani East, Sunyani West, Brekum East, Brekum West, Doma East, Doma West. I think said when China went in.
Yeah. Is it shakes or what? Yeah.
Kojo from
Kojo.
Tells you say a Juma ye wo e bono no enye Juma ketwa. Bono East impodie. E ho no ya no mota na yedi mu chempe. E ho na NDC ahon gina ho pa. O mota na yedi chempe. So we really have to go and look at the issues there and make sure say e kwan bia ye be fa so a problems e wo ho no ye be yi problems na pie. Ni aka no kre actually party ma yaka no kre actually yen ho ne yen hu say look we have to take this party forward so we did no kre ni we are ho na nka bomu a ye hwehwe no ebetimi ayede
okay Kofi Midasi ye beko Mula break aba na afi your expectation of this new administration and then other matters be near to me doing come menka Saturday na me adoma ye 9 lessons bro into be part of it Jumedini Shase on the Jumedini Shase non son but e be pronounced to no num non son pepepe na ye Shase it's very important so in Ghana time bia unimi abakwasama ye mfa Ghana time ye adwuma ye bie pono no ye no num na Jumedini Shase non son shene so ko ye Ghana time when we bana show ni apon
on my program we invite him
yeah joke what o talk ticket na star 714 star 003 star 3 hash me says should be mama star 714 star 003 star 3 hash no wato 50 Ghana cedi ma menka I say Kumawood actors ni nyina no obi e ba ho na on ne abedi nkita ho am ya sere in fact role me play ne yes one amateur monyoma ma omnyina amobadwumadi ase to the remix between me and Baroni no you be pa hontoma Americanza from time immemorial nyoma amateur ma nyina no obedi ho dance adamase sabre no ana afi mo amunim so me ka chemo better revival kwa most of enyoma mutu nyina no if you makache but yen kasa bebre they behind the scenes and yes adwumadi no Perez music obeka bribia da okotokra keys ode betu nyina no G major F flat white balance bibia me yema na kama ntino meni omo beka abom na matini edi dwuma shonko Saturday ye da ye nimi cameraman so wokasa say white balance dey say wa intime kayo one as City Blood Tonic Franco Twin Enterprise 3P Garlic Mixture Core Mixture Bigo a refreshing moment Agro Monte, so Agri Economy, Papa Bia, Adom City Estate, DBS Industries, Alaji Vision Herbal Clinic, and Midima for Herbal Hospital. Mamentia, Alex Buam, Group of Company Chief Executive, Alex Buampo, Matisse Wajibrea, also Oshebi, Yedase, so Oshebi, Alex Buam Group of Companies, and also Obojma Sunyani Pa Yepa, Yedase. Now, menchia amanya konso obokrum no maame mosuma gibra mosumo hwebi
amanya bokrum pa
bokrum
don't say one yawo me de
bokrum yes one bokrum anti amanya konso no maame o maame ntiapo enti me man speedy recovery amanya kon ana afi mo amoso modifri amano ne ba nyina no so no mechia mo kwanso nkoso kra ejiri se bia beko ye ko try ho Mula break na ba ye ba Kofi Tonto Aide to the Flagbearer of the MPP and our Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia his expectations of this yes I'm back yeah try come so I'm say and to the new MPs no maban maybe Sunyane name Brown with my a good example for you because I got to a point in time a difudipe you know uti kai mo why you say to care when I want to say. Koso. In my region, I can talk about it. The exceptions are in America. We hear J-Mensa Corsa, Marty J-Mensa Corsa, fewer. Now, Bano no cry, no. Bano. You know, you are 7 people. Copy from Alaji Collins Dowda and Eric Opoku, copy from them. If you are in the Brohalf enclave, what are the MPs say those who was enclave? Or main card enclave been found. Just copy from these 2 great guys, Alaji Collins Dowda and then Eric Opoku. And I've said it countless. Eric Opoku, me catch you say a presidential hopeful. Alaji Collins Dowda, your wisdom port in Bronga half. Timo de mono 3x4 what now to be 4 times that who does who nipa ya on sasi. No, that also me. Jijin sasi to Tonya Padi or Sunyani na ko nipa bako. Ye koni eti. Wo ya pels central ni wa ba bibia be kan obi na chewachi ye hu nyansa da o central for ye hu nyansa da de bia obi na press ye ene ye kasa ye ka de ye ka We'll do same in this administration. The caution is that we have said that we are first time MP who is the wind of change in our buffer. We also maintain here. Nipa na oni omotena. Suya. That's why I'm on my region. So what I say, my region. Bad display of human relations. And I'm going to touch my enough. Touch my enough, Mamma no. Also, I do a bread. Mamma lawyer no NDC. I do a bread. Tena baso nhwe nipa welfare. Even the people who help you to come to power crown, I feel more your enemies. Munyina so and obi our address o. Kofi Tonto our address. Me our address. People know how I live. If I gain political power today, that change in as I say a year measured. Me know nyina na ti abase na area petition. The 3 seconds na me share we no. I feel nyina ya ba ya busu for the amount. How is that possible? To turn sa sini na wo bravo. Why? Is that power? That's so sad. You just said, man, I'm specific with my region. Level of amassing wealth. How can I large call that? How can I be out or Charlie? So 3 seconds here when you land cruiser train me. 3 seconds here. Now bet you because the world matured. Yeah, friends here. Kofi, my member back to you. When you have political power and you abuse the citizens, Akwaba. Yeah. You know, some politicians are so difficult to understand. If you are studying politics and politicians, very difficult to understand. Where I pray this administration, some of them will know, because clearly, over time, that's what they keep doing to us. You should have the Ghanaian at heart. So what's your expectation, this new administration?
Oh my dear, my boss, I can't be. Na asemo a me boss kan ni say o say Yera Mahama are winning elections no, decisively. Na yen MPP yen a disruptive opposition. Ke say yen opposition a ye de ye pese ye kum ne hye ne say no. Nemum ye be a constructive opposition. Opposition na yebetena se adwene asusu ehunu de yebetimi aboa ma Yera Mahama adwuma a opese wo ye no etimi awie mu di o man me mama nyosemo a meye a babunu magyae de me ye nyina se me betena o man Ghana mu aye politics e o man ye di ntra emra 2009 me wo America me wo university near mammy sika say men kwa abrochi mamu babia outside of America. Na men kwa study abroad. Either Germany, Spain, Italy, anywhere. America school I me one at this sika na man. O my own him say I chose Ghana. Ti me be year me exchange program no. E wo tech.
Ghana.
E wo tech. Na me wo social so. Na me ti baby Brunei. Enti nkofo ya omoti social media na MPP winning a buy now about Ghana, and a lot of them they don't even know what they are talking about. Some of us at a tender age, at that time, I was 20 something, not even 25 years, probably 22 or so. I took a decision that I'll come home. It tells you, or die, you move here, then you my Ghana. I came to stay here for 5 months doing political science and economics. Economics, I met on my own share, Ninisi Kasemasi. Said that should be means me be by the year. And I will never for once wish Mahama bad. Because Mahama a year no interested they will stay in power forever. Actually, what I say, Mahama's success does not mean MPP will stay in opposition forever. It doesn't mean that. Say Ghana for the year and no interest Ghana for ntimi nka say nipa foforo nso mra no meden onye me enhwe. And I don't need Mahama to fail. I need Mahama to succeed. but o man eyesu ne ban a enipa ne be yi na di na be mo hu se enipa na ankasa no abeboa no ho ana wo moa no ho 2017 a ye weni aba ye nuanu mu bi eye niema bi a na emfa kwan mu ebeye nsen na ho ema ye wura kufu ado gina asompo e de pass the vigilante law urefi oman urefi ye pass the vigilante law because ye nuanu mu bi niema ba ko mienu bi omo ye ya na ye nyina ye free se da bi aban sesan no nkyere se ye sa afei di aban sesan ye eni na anu eni na nsa afei di tutrasem ni akaka bensem ene boni ena abaye nuanum NDC akomam. And you go on Facebook, look, me no ka say obi atro wo me Facebook said they are coming to meet me outside Adom Studios. That's how criminally minded some of them are. I won't say all of them. That is how criminally minded some of them are. Say ya to Obama, Ghana for Soriano Park or to Obama. And your main preoccupation is say you go after people and destroy their lives. Do you know what some people did? Me too no Ghana buy my car and to petrol mami. It is a ube hume na criminality togri bonini sume wo timunti ube jimi car say no because if you say me kasama abanya na bibi jije because you don't know. Enti yewra mahama amemwo no are starting on the wrong footing because a vigilante law was passed.
But he has said say
only
power.
Oh my, he has
only power.
You see, let's not even go there.
Power.
Let's not even go there.
But only power.
Oh man, let's not even go there.
Issue a command to the supporters and sympathizers.
Command.
Even in the case of even in the case
who gave them the guns?
Even in the case
guns now NDC for Mrantie Jina Bonti omu shoot no. Go on my Facebook wall and go who gave them the guns? Oh my, menka say John Mahama. I've never mentioned John Mahama.
Yeah.
But the party has structures. The party at the refi say Nancy and Komokoye Azoka launch your Ashanti region. Ye ka say manemas. Refi. Azoka no omo ye empaibo group and so omo.
But the police is there.
Me see Azoka no omo ye empaibo group and omo.
They are a force for the NDC.
A force of doing what? Impacting the economy, changing or building roads, building schools, or engaging in criminal activities. So the American say nyamia ya wadom na wanya tumi a aka bosome o man me nyini se bosome mpo bedru de wo pese wo ye bia obi a wo so pese wo chi ne tum bia no wo betimi a chi na to obi a wo so pese wo chi ne tum bia wo betimi a chi na to. So the point I'm making is say emfunsuo we esi ama yewura mahama kaseti aye ama NDC for kaseti aye ama civil society kaseti aye enunti ne de mraba ye say vigilante law sanema ye ntwam nyame adom atwam since 2018 ye hu bio eden na unya tum na unim de ma bufu ye metai okokan na makotwe Freddy Blay video di aba who ni 1 week in power oh ye comparison. You are not even 1 week in power NDC for more ye comparison. Are you not ashamed of yourself? 1 week in power it's
condemnable.
It is not that. Is it not that condemnable act on the basis of which a law was passed? Which law you push for? Nene, my who defenders. And you pay here to trust them. Now, Missy the M bufu grandma me bufu kran say you come and write on my Facebook wall say me chiramadrian you are coming to meet me in front of Adom FM.
Why no?
On my Facebook wall. Some non-entity. Missy NDC ni. Because I have been engaging him over the last 2 years. No. Say social media. No, I don't know him physically. But these are people who are proponents of the NDC. For the last 1 year, you debating. NDC, we all know. We know ourselves. Then you go to Ghana Gas. You go to Gapoha. You go to Accra Digital. Threatening Ghanaians. Who 1 week who the who share Ghana for? Look at the statement EC officer and Troy. Say, Dafia Mapo, Obia we MP, member of parliament. Who ran a do about to me moon. Who jina ho boom raso. Dafia Mapo. Hanabisu, Bazintale. Bazintale de umi ni aketwa no. me no shia ye di nkomo ye sere didi ye bibia. That is how menebas mentality. But why should you go that far? Threatening CID. Unya yensua mu in. Yensua mu in. Look at the statement, the horrific statement. My minister by say, Adiano, onu anim say MPP are winning Tema Central. Na dafia mapo bazintale hanan bisi ujina ne konso say when declared the ade be yewo ne no. The ade be yewo no. Muka kire no. Twitwe na abasa sere ne abasa. Say when declared the ade be yewo ene no. Ubenu hu say oba wiase. Or say out of fear for my life and that of my colleagues, I had to declare illegally for the NDC. Na mumu nyama bemu yensuemu in. You are engaging in illegality.
Okay, so
and your mind nan kame wani so ade huru papa bi ma omo. And I'm hoping say you Mahama the 9 basi from no one making sure say from January 7 already Mahama to sebi man know that seminar so to ayampia. And you know the economy is in the abyss. It will be very difficult to bring it out of the abyss. And you know I made promises. And so when I come, I'll see which one is a bit me consider. Are you serious? When you were campaigning, you didn't know the economy was in the abyss. In fact, and now catch Ghana for said the economy is in the abyss. And until young farmer, I bet me a year film.
It's in a junk state.
Me say, and that junk state in the Juna ya or car say young farmer. Or mine. Is that not it? Is that not it?
But so much to me no.
Omeji to me na ya to aba ma no Ghana ha ye to aba ma wa da ye be to aba EC be declare power start shifting and office say be security services one no betie ne kane power start shifting ada unim o man unim
asesa
power start shifting and then ye wa John Mahama koheni fie ne kohwe security apparatus e wo ho kohwe security officers o mo pre ho obi apese equipu no. Go and check. Power shift. So my point is, we want them to succeed because Ghana must succeed. May this 4 years here enemy. I want to see a change in this country. Say they are more promising. Because
so,
of my
by way of maybe reminding Kofi Tonto and Ghana for being Mahama's first 120 days social contract. 1. Nominate within the first 14 days the complete list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval. 2. Constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic in my first 90 days in office. 3. Establish a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials. 4. Hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget. 5. Within my first 90 days in office, scrap the following draconian taxes to alleviate hardships and ease the high cost of doing business. E-levy, COVID levy, 10% on bet winnings and emissions levy. 7. Commence drafting needed legal amendments and prepare for the implementation of the 24-hour economy policy under the office of the president and also and then 8. Establish an accelerated export development council to promote export as part of broader strategy for economic transformation. 9. Convene a national consultative conference on education to build consensus on needed improvements to the sector. 10. Implement the no academic fee policy for all first-year students in public tertiary institutions, universities, colleges of education, nursing training institutions. 11. Introduce the following social interventions: free tertiary education for persons with disability, the Ghana Medical Care Trust, Bahama Care Fund. 12. Commence the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. 13. Institute inquiries or forensic audits into the following matters of public interest: the collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a supposed cost of 25 billion Ghana cedi, illegal printing of money, the use of $58 million, the 58 million National Cathedral scandal, illegal and inflated single source contracts, COVID-19 expenditure scandal, PDS, Ejapa, SML, ambulance spare parts deal, 13th African Games, Skytrain, Pualugu Dam, mass set Galamsey, fraud missing excavators and tricycles, Sputnik V bus scandal, and others. And 14, Institute of Government Policy banning political appointees from purchasing state assets, allocate seed money for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank. 16, launch the following priority to job creation: a Jumeirah program, National Apprenticeship Program, and 1 million cedis program. And then 17, commence the review of the Customs Amendment Act 2020 to scrap the law banning the importation of salvage vehicles. 18, lay before Parliament a new bill to streamline government scholarship administration, prohibit political appointees from accessing government scholarships, ban illegal and new mining activities in the forest reserves, and then launch the Black Star Experience Initiative as Ghana's flagship culture, arts, and tourism brand. And then 23, reopen investigations into unresolved criminal cases, including the 2020 election killings, Ayawaso West Wagon by-election, Ahmed Swali. And 24, initiate a probe into the man-made disaster caused by VRA spillage. 25, initiate immediate steps to compensate the flood victims. 26, and that's just a matter of time. Kofi?
How many?
On 26.
A book we paper me ko print back the atom page.
Yeah.
Na ma print back the atom care.
Yeah.
Na ma print back the abom adwuma. Se anopa bia me sorry ano mahwe. Na ma review. Ya hu how no. Because we will hold them accountable. That one I can assure John Dramani Mahama.
Yeah.
We hold him accountable.
Absolutely nothing wrong
you see,
holding him accountable.
When him there, mama, and then some of their surrogates have already started. And now, Ufi said John Mahama be fix Ghana, then you are a joke. John Mahama cannot fix everything.
They are not John Mahama, so let's allow John Mahama.
Oh, okay.
They are not John.
They are not John Mahama.
They can't be John Mahama. They've never been voted for. So the president was voted for.
Na some catch us Papa na mu asha say my excuses.
So we don't mind any come
Papa na mu asha say my excuses.
Now we are meeting on the same platform. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.